Welcome to Infinity Capital, everyone. This is Raj. So today we are going to discuss Banco product. I've been doing a series of auto ancillary companies. So as I said earlier, as the lockdown eases up, we will see, more traction in the economy, and we will see, sales of bikes, cars picking up, commercial vehicles picking up, all other activities apart from IT essential services and pharma. Apart from these activities, other activities will pick up. So it's a good bet to be in auto ancillary companies. Auto ancillary and auto companies saw a lot of pain between 2018 and 2021. So that is behind us. Some of these companies are trading at great valuations, and a good short term investment can be made in them. So Banco makes cooling modules and systems for automotive and industrial applications. Okay, so they make radiators, air coolers, fuel coolers, oil coolers, condensers. So this is what they make. They make both copper and aluminium coolers. So where are these products used? Passenger cars, light commercial vehicles, medium and heavy commercial vehicle, agricultural tractors, high performance bikes. So if you see the range of areas that it is used in, it is pretty much covering almost everything, right from passenger cars to commercial vehicles to agriculture to construction machinery. So they have a very diversified product portfolio. So see, they are catering to Eicher, which makes bikes, Ashok Leyland, Mahindra, Godrej, Indian Railway. Okay, yeah. So this is the customer list. So 86% of their revenue comes from aluminium radiator and 14% comes from copper brass radiator. 62% of their revenue is coming from international, 38% comes from India. So this is a healthy revenue mix also. Although if you want to make a long-term investment, you will have to do a more detailed study about the world markets as to what is the demand in the products that they are making. If the demand is growing, and if there is going to be sustained growth in those areas as well. So they have 5 manufacturing facilities. They make around 3.3 million radiators. Okay. They distribute their 6 sales and logistics offices. So they do their distributions through there. They also have an R&D facility. They spend approximately 0.8, approximately 1% of their revenue. So that is also good. Whenever you are making a product, which is widely used by many industries, in today's time and age, you need research and development in every product, because with the way technology is changing, you need to cater to the upcoming technologies. All right, so this is what the company is about. Just go quickly on the website. They started their company in 1961, and then this is the whole story of the company. You can come here and check more about the company, what sort of products they make, engine cooling systems and all about their. So they've listed their manufacturing facilities as well, right? Let's do a quick check on the shareholding pattern. Promoters are holding 67-68% of the shares. That is very good. And retail has around 31-32% of the shares. All right. Prior to last year, DIIs were holding some amount of stake. However, they've liquidated that. So so no institutional holding, but that's all right. Cash flow 52 crores from operations, so pretty good. See, they've had healthy cash flows all throughout these years. Balance sheet, they have 93 crores of borrowings on 1300 crores of market cap. So that's all right. Nothing alarming. Okay. No dilution in equity, something that one needs to take note of. All right. And what else? They have investments of around 9 crores and cash of 183 crores on the book. So the balance sheet looks strong. Let's come to the profit and loss. So if we see, the sales have risen a little, not by much. Past 5-6 years sales have only gone up by 200 crores and such. However, what you need to take into account is that the past 3-4 years have been difficult for the auto industry as well, because the sales have actually gone down. So if you look at the sales data of passenger vehicles and commercial vehicles, they have gone down. So they cater to those industries, and that is the reason the sale is pretty much stagnant. However, they've managed to sort of take care of their pricing power. They've managed to their operating profit margins are intact. So it did dip last year, but that could be because of COVID. However, their margins are sustainable. So this is pretty good. So this year they've done 113 crores of profits, significantly higher from last year and the year thereafter. And this is the reason why, I've been watching this stock, because there is good traction in this company from the profit segment. All right. On a quarter-on-quarter basis, if you'll see, December sales were higher. December profits were higher too. So even September sales were higher. And September profits were higher too. There is a decent amount of traction in this company. And let's check the PE ratio. Median PE is around 12.5, 13. Stock is trading at a PE of 12 right now, significantly undervalued. And if you see, it reached a PE of around 16, 17. Last year it has reached a PE of around 21. And if you see, it has reached the max PE of around 21. Max P of around 16, 17. So we can see significant amount of up move in this stock, considering the fact that the sales are also rising, and the profits are also rising. Let's look at the technical charts. So the stock is stock had actually corrected 80% from its all-time high, and then it staged a good comeback from the COVID low. So it is currently up around 250%. So that is the case with pretty much all the stocks, in the market today. So what sort of trade do we have here? Basically, Banco was consolidating in this range. If you see, this is the range in which Banco was consolidating in, and it has broken out. All right. So what's the trade here? So basically now we have to wait for some sort of consolidation over here, okay, or a little pullback. So I will be buying on every pullback. Every time the stock pulls back, I will be accumulating this stock. So yesterday there was a very nice pullback. Market corrected around 200-300 points from its high. So this was a good place to accumulate the stock. So what do we have on the moving averages? 50 has started trending upwards. 200 days trending upwards, so there is good traction in terms of momentum. There is good momentum in the stock. All right. The reason for me not picking up this stock earlier was because I'm currently 100% invested, and most of my new investments have been in Endurance Technologies, GNA, Minda, and FIME Industries. So once I'll be moving out of my previous short-term investments, I'll be looking at Banco products also. So this is the trade analysis, and this particular thing is definitely a buy on pullbacks. If you see, it goes up on extremely high volume and the correction is on extremely low volume. So this is the perfect setup, guys. So buying on every pullback should be a great strategy for this stock. So as in when the economy opens up further, we'll be continuously watching this for the next 2 quarters, and if great sales come in, profits will rise, and that will definitely push the stock higher. So this is the analysis, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Quick disclaimer, this is not a buy sell recommendation. This video is for educational purposes only. So please consult your financial advisor before buying or selling any shares.